and the earth is your footstool. The heavens declare your glory, and the skies above proclaim your handiwork. O Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. From the rising of the sun, may your name be praised, and be great among the nations. Let your glory be all over the earth. Let the heaven praise you. Let the seas and everything that moves in them. Your kingdom come. May all the ends of the earth remember and turn to you. For the kingship belongs to you. You rule over the nations. You are the strength of your people, the saving refuge of your anointed. O save your people and bless your heritage. Be our shepherd and carry us forever. You are our king, O God. You are the kings of the earth. Your throne is forever and ever. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Make us know your ways, O Lord. Teach us your paths. Teach us to do your will. Let your good spirit lead us on level ground. Not our will, but yours be done. Give us this day our daily bread. You, our God, will supply every need of ours. According to your riches and glory in Christ Jesus, give us neither poverty nor riches. Feed us with the food that is beautiful for us. Lest we be full and deny you and say, who is the Lord? Or lest we be poor and steal and profane the name of our God. Satisfy us with righteousness. Forgive us our debts as we have forgiven our debtors. We confess our iniquity and we are sorry for our sin. Have mercy on us, O God. Wash us thoroughly from our iniquity and cleanse us from your sin. For your name's sake, O Lord, pardon our guilt, for it is great. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. We do not ask that you take us out of the world, but that you keep us from the evil one. Restore us and let our face shine, that we may be saved. For our glory, your name, deliver us and atone for our sins. For your name's sake, you are our steadfast love and our fortress, our stronghold and our deliverer. For yours is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Please stand. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmony loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
It's finally our month. Our people overcame slavery and oppression. I can't wait to learn more about Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, Abraham Lincoln, and the Civil War.
Happy Black History Month. Yes, we did overcome slavery, but it's much more than that.
Exactly. Black History Month are more than just slavery.
Black people have elevated themselves beyond that overplayed narrative.
Each year, we as a community have grown and achieved excellence.
But I mean, isn't slavery Black History Month? This month is about celebrating how we as a people overcame such a treacherous time period.
True, but it's also important to acknowledge how we endured, struggled, and fought against slavery. But slavery really shouldn't be the spotlight of the month. What about historical achievements?
Don't tell me you're going to ignore all the music and art that come from Black people.
I don't know, guys.
Black culture has had an influence on so many other cultures throughout history. There is way too much incorporation of Black culture everywhere for you to say that.
All right, bet. Let's take a little trip then. We got time since it's a leap year and there's one extra day for Black history.
We would now like to introduce the Bienvenidos and the Latin American Club. There's a video. Clap, please, guys. Come. Woo!
Move them up and down.
The Bienvenidos and the Latin American Club presents
Spelman family. Today we are celebrating Black History Month. We are here with the Bienvenidos Club and the Latin American Society. I'm also here with Ariana and Chantal. My name is Gabrielle.
How are you? Thank you for the invitation. To get into the subject, Ariana, can you tell us what it means to be Afro-Latino?
Sure. The Latino community is a very diverse community. According to a study by the Pew Research Center, a quarter of Hispanics in the United States consider themselves Afro-Latino, Afro-Caribbean, or of African descent. They are a large part of the Latino population.
Can you name some Afro-Latinos?
Yes, of course. You can mention some like Roberto Clemente, Bruno Mars, Saronas Jackson, Zoe Saldana, Miguel Pimentel, y Johnny Ventura, and many more.
Celia Cruz, the iconic singer known as the Queen of Salsa, has made history by becoming the first Afro-Latina to appear on U.S. currency. Celia Cruz was 78 when she died in 2003. She was one of the most well-known Latin performers of the last century. Cruz won numerous awards, including 5 Grammys, a National Medal of the Arts, and posthumous Grammy for Lifetime Achievement. There are more.
Soy dulce como el melao, alegre como el tambor. Llevo el rítmico tumbao de África en el corazón. Hija de una isla rica, esclava de una sonrisa, soy calle y soy carnaval. Ponga corazón y tierra, mi sangre es azúcar negra, es amor y es música. Azúcar, azúcar negra, ay cuánto me gusta y me alegra. Azúcar, azúcar.
Known all over the world as the Great One, many believe Roberto Clemente was the greatest right fielder to ever play the game of baseball. In his 18 seasons with the Pirates, Clemente led the team to 2 World Series championships, won 4 National League batting titles, received the most valuable player award, and earned 12 consecutive Gold Gloves. Born in Puerto Rico, Clemente was an exceptional baseball player and humanitarian whose career sheds light on larger issues of immigration, civil rights, and cultural change.
Oh, her eyes make the stars look like they're not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying. She's so beautiful, and I tell her every day. Vem Magalenha Rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é dia de sol, alegria de coió, é curtir o verão. Vem Magalenha Rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é dia de sol, alegria de coió, é curtir o verão.
Heritage Month is about recognizing all the contributions of culture to our community, meeting great personalities, sharing who we are. Furthermore, we as Afro-Latinos have a lot to say because in a certain way, we are part of it and we feel proud.
Azúcar, azúcar negra, ay cuánto me gusta y me alegra. Azúcar, azúcar negra, ay cuánto me gusta y me alegra. Estoy en la lluvia y la hierba, estoy en la nube y la piedra. Azúcar, azúcar negra, ay cuánto me gusta y me alegra. Soy dulce como el melao, alegre como el tambor. Azúcar, azúcar negra, ay cuánto me gusta y me alegra. Y a la hora de la rumba, en la guaracha yo soy la reina. Azúcar, azúcar negra, ay cuánto me gusta y me alegra. Soy la caña y el café, guarapo de guaguancó. Azúcar, azúcar negra, ay cuánto me gusta y me alegra. Porque tengo marcada la piel con la rumba y el bongo y el bongo. Azúcar, 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 ay cuánto me gusta y me alegra.
Afro-Latinos embrace both their Spanish and African roots. That makes sense, but still, their African roots came from the slave trade.
Well, that is a fact, but you're still saying about your picture.
Here is What It Means to Be an American by Cayenne Harris.
I'll take this out. Good afternoon, everybody. As you heard, I'm going to be saying a poem today, and the title of my poem is What It Means to Be an American. What it means to be an American. There are many perspectives on the definition of America. To an American, it shouts pride, freedom, and patriotism. However, an outsider sees the dark side of the country. They see nothing but cockiness, greediness, and racism. It's a hard topic to talk about, but it can't be ignored. America is a controversial nation, but what for? Is it because our struggles compared to foreigners are not the same? Is it because this country was discovered and wrongfully claimed? Is it because of the presidents we've had to look up to, or is it because it has been criticized since 1492? What it means to be an American. In America, we have the freedom to enjoy our favorite football teams. We stand with a hand in our heart, listening to the national anthem in silence. It is also the place where too many black parents have to buy their children caskets and bury them at the age of 15, all because of gun violence. In the summer, kids have fun outside, riding bikes with the kids next door. But when you end up in the wrong neighborhood, dodging bullets, it's not fun anymore. Life as an American for me has had its pros and cons. Just like everybody else, I've lived through the rights and wrongs. One day I'm studying hard, aspiring to be a math professor. The next day I'm falling victim to the act of peer pressure. What it means to be an American. Just because we live in a different country does not make us inhumane. We breathe, bleed, and eat the same as those from any other place. But none of these factors make America perfect, as there is still this continuous hatred of our race. As a child in school, I was raised to love this nation, but then I grew up and came to the realization of the issue of discrimination. In America, I admired our independence and freedom of speech and aspired to be a part of the history they teach. But then I learned it was harder because I'm not like every US citizen, all because applied to me, the word African comes before American.
A big part of American history is slavery, though. You have the Civil War and the Emancipation Proclamation.
Maybe you need some praise and worship to show you.
Oh yeah, I love Tasha Cobbs, but I'm still not sure if that'll change my mind.
Still not convinced? Well, then check out this performance by Gospel Choir.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart,
So, you convinced yet?
Well, these songs remind me of spirituals. Slaves used to sing these songs to help them escape, so no, I'm still not convinced.
This next act should change your mind.
Please welcome Zariah Crawford and Rahima Ojring to the stage.
The features of a black woman. One of the most beautiful things a person could lay their eyes on.
Ranging from the amazing full lips that take up their face to the 10 toes they stand on to help deal with society's hate. The features of a black woman. Hair,
Skin,
style,
expression, so much we can name.
the features of a black woman are sacred.
So let us remind you of what you tried to make us think was lame.
Hair.
My tight coils are not to be touched, to be scrutinized and inspected. I'm not your exhibition at a petting zoo for you to pluck and plaster on your canvas of what you find presentable or not. Hiding. I'm hiding behind the thickness of my curly fro, afraid that it will shrink and reveal my eyes, so exhausted with the questions and the comments about what's supposed to be my crown. Skin.
My melanated skin is not to be fetishized. I'm not your little caramel queen you raise a fist to when you see me, trying to prove you're an ally to my people. Suffocated. I'm suffocating every time I get a DM in fear of what I'm going to be met with. Am I going to be met with hate from someone that doesn't even know me? Or am I going to be praised for the confidence I have in my own skin? Something that years ago I never had a problem with.
Fetishization.
Have you noticed that every foundation shade targeted towards women of color have to do with food?
Have you noticed that every black hairstyle is extra on us but fetching on anyone else? Toffee.
Locks.
Hazelnut.
Braids.
Chocolate truffle.
Lace fronts.
The list goes on. There's so many we can include.
But anyways, let us not say too much before y'all call us rude.
Well, that poem was nice, but I'm still not sure if I'm convinced.
Are you serious?
Just wait till you hear this then. You'll now have performance by your band.
So, what do you think?
No, I'm still not convinced.
Alright then, just watch this next act. You're sure to be convinced. Please welcome our dance team!
It's that rhythm, it's that lightning, it's that bar, this ain't no par, this that nappy, this that herb, this that kinfolk, this that skinfolk, this that war, this that bloodline, on the front line, ready for war, where you want one? Get it loose, get it low, get it low, where you get it loose, get it loose, get it low, get it low, oh, oh, better protect my grave, keep it locked in the safe. Don't make me get back to my ways. My power they never take. Don't know good thing my power. My power. My power. Don't know good thing my power. My power. My power. It's in the way.
Is going. And we will begin this episode of the World's Greatest Super Friends podcast of 50th anniversary.
Man, I don't know. Something about this just doesn't make sense to me. I still feel like this month is about slavery.
Black History Month is also about the identity and social justice. It's about fighting for who we are.
Fine, listen to this next act. I'm sure it'll change your mind. We now present poems by Zoe Tago and Makis Preston.
Yeah, Zoe!
Thank you. I love to boast about my ethnicity, but it hasn't really felt right to me. It feels like I'm lying to myself, lying that I'm something I never was. My background says I'm Ghanaian, my culture says I'm Ghanaian, even my punctuality says I'm Ghanaian. But somewhere deep inside, so deep that I can pretend it's a crime, I don't feel like an African. My imposter syndrome convinces me that I'm nothing but a fraud. Every time I go to a gathering, I feel out of place. Every time I hear about Ghana, I feel like I'm just another tourist who wants to have a little taste of that sweet, sweet melanin race. Every time I talk to another African, I feel like I'm plagiarizing someone's culture when it's my culture that I'm talking about. Even when I used to go to church, a place where I thought I could finally feel at home, I felt like an outsider. I felt like an African, no, not even. I felt like an American who just waltzed into the wrong church. Where is my culture? What is my culture? What am I? I say that I'm an African American, but all I see is an African. Not even just an American. I can't even learn my own language. You know how annoying it is to always be compared to the other American-bred Ghanaians who are fluent? What am I doing wrong? People try to put the blame on my parents when they don't even know the struggles of raising a kid in a foreign land. They came for a better life, but this better life didn't guarantee them an easy life. Living here is hard. It's a constant struggle. And my parents have done their absolute best to keep up with this cruel system. So where do we put the blame? The history books, which only teach me about the oppression and death of my ancestors? The schooling systems, which refuse to consider my language important enough to teach? The African majority-based churches that disregarded me as an African just because I couldn't speak Twi? Or do we blame me? No matter how frustrated I get or how uncomfortable I feel, I can never put the blame on anyone else besides myself. I seclude myself from my own culture. But life here in the States never helped. I want to learn about my culture. I want to be connected to my ancestors. I want to feel like I'm a part of my own community. But where do I go? You don't need to be born in your country to be told, go back to your own country. They say it as an insult, but I take it as a compliment. At least my country doesn't need to steal from other cultures to be relevant. You, you really think I wouldn't want to go back? Who's gonna stop me?
Justice. Justice. Justice is known as giving back to those what you owe. So, how do you give back the lives of those you've taken from? Killing and killing and killing all those poor innocent people with your poor justifications. What do you say it is? Fear? Death? Or was it the color of their skin? Newsflash! They're scared they have to flash a camera shots just to get shot by you. The source for death lies in our pockets, because according to you, every black man carries a weapon. God forbid we start resisting. God forbid we resist the systemic hell by trying to survive. God forbid we resist the restraints you put on us based on our skin color. I just shouldn't describe what you committed. I don't want the description. You use equivocation by saying that their murder is the equivalent of justice when you're trying to unequip people from society. Because God forbid, all we ask for is equality, hoping that every day the time arrives where we can live without the fear of being killed. The blue in the flag does not match the blue in your uniform. The red in the flag does not match the blood of the victims. The stars on the flag do not match the supremacy you built into society. I pledge allegiance to the change that the United States of America needs, and to a republic where black people struggle to stand, one nation where crimes against God's law, an indivisible system for liberty and justice for all. Justice for all that have died, justice for everyone that was murdered by their hands. Say their names. Say their names. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Amanda Diallo, Kenneth Chamberlain, Jonathan Farrell, Eric Garner, Tamir Rice. Black Lives Matter. Why must we say this over and over and over and over and over? My voice is tired, just as we are tired, just as our ancestors are tired. Justice. You always build their lives, but you can't give them back.
You know, I'm kind of starting to understand what you guys mean, but I'm still unsure.
Girl, be so for real. How can you still be unsure after hearing about the struggles that our community is still facing today? The issues that we are fighting through are no longer slavery. We're fighting for a living as who we are.
You know what? I'm sure you'll change your mind after seeing this ad. We now present the STEP team.
Working, I'm working, working. I'm working. Lord, I'm working. Working.
During the Stonewall Rebellion, enslaved rebels formed a crowd where they played the drums to attract others to join them. This noise caught the attention of the slave owners, causing them to have their drums taken away. The enslaved rebels decided to replace their drums with their bodies, creating a percussive dance known today as step. During the Civil Rights Movement, many African Americans fought for their rights and against racism. The approach taken was both peaceful and assertive. Malcolm X is an example of someone who took the assertive approach by supporting Black power, Black self-defense, and racial pride. Such protests were eye-catching, outspoken, and powerful. Today, STEP has become a form of entertainment for all to enjoy. STEP can be displayed for events, competitions, and so much more. It pays homage to our ancestors as they compete for the best sound.
So, what are your thoughts?
So you see, STEP has its roots in slavery, but it's evolved into something new and something different. It's important to recognize its roots, but it's also important to acknowledge what it's come to. You can't erase our culture by only recognizing its origins from slavery.
Okay, I'll admit it. Black history is more than just slavery. Black culture is so diverse and rich. Through poetry, the arts, and activism, we've come so far. The narrative of slavery reduces our community to one singular event.